Yesterday, the big beautiful bill passed the House, and this is very big for all markets. And on today's update video, of course, I'm going to be discussing exactly what happened in the last few hours on the market, because we are right now seeing a major retest on this very important support level right now. And of course, I'm going to be exactly talk about what happened in the past, what we could be expecting after this major new spending law goes into effect. I mean, I've got all the data right here, and it is very exciting what it is currently telling us. So, a lot to discuss on today's update video, including a big update on the M2 money supply here, because right now we are seeing the largest divergence between Bitcoin and the M2 money supply. So a lot to talk about that, including Ethereum. I will give a big update on my trade I currently still have ongoing. So don't forget, once again, stop that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And let me get straight away in towards today's update video. So you can clearly see over here on Bitcoin, we have seen this slight little correction after we basically run all the way up towards about $110,000 US. I mean, if you're looking at the 4-hourly time frame, it doesn't even look like a correction, but we are just coming back towards this very important previous level of resistance, and we're currently retesting it as support. So things are still looking quite good here, but if I'm looking at the liquidity heat map, there is still some liquidity laying below us, so I won't be surprised to first grab that liquidity on the lower side before ultimately moving towards the top side. And of course, if we're looking at the funding rates, we can still see that the majority of the traders are trading short. Everyone is still loading up short positions, and that ultimately gives me the feeling that, of course, we are probably going to get a way bigger bounce towards the upside eventually. But, of course, we saw a slight little rejection from the top side of the range, and that is more than expected, of course. I mean, this is a very big level of resistance, and I've said it multiple times there, don't expect to just break above this level. It's going to be a difficult level, and is, of course, as soon as we're going to be breaking above it, that is when we're going to be seeing that next big push towards the upside. So I will be closely monitoring it, but, of course, as soon as we do see the breakout, then I will be expecting, of course, a big continuation higher. I mean, Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame, clearly, like you can see over here, created the downward sloping trend line, flipped that trend line into support, after that created a symmetrical triangle, and now is starting to be breaking outside of it. So things are ultimately actually looking quite bullish over here. And of course, what I actually want to be talking about, the big news here, is that yesterday we got the big beautiful bill from Donald Trump here. This bill is including tax cuts. It is raising the debt ceiling by another 3.3 trillion US. So ultimately, due to this new bill, we're going to get more spending from the government. We're going to have less tax for the people, and of course, ultimately, that will cause asset prices to rise higher because people have got more spending, of course, right? They can spend more money, and of course, the government also has to create more debt, and of course, how do you create debt? By printing money, and of course, if there's more money in circulation, prices go up here. And I mean, you can see the exact same here back in 2020 with the Consolidated Appropriation Act of 2020. This was also from Donald Trump here, and of course, after he signed also that bill, the market absolutely exploded towards the upside and sent Bitcoin all the way up to about $40,000 US. So basically in the first week after it went into effect, Bitcoin went up about 24%. A month after, it was still 24%. 6 months later, it was 31%. And a year later, it was 92% here. So it is really a matter of time before Bitcoin is ultimately going to go much, much higher. I mean, all the charts are already telling us that we're, of course, seeing Bitcoin massively coiling up right here. We saw Bitcoin increase, of course, in a very similar way here. But now, Bitcoin is creating a major divergence because there is a lot of money getting printed, but Bitcoin is not following in the same pace here. So we're seeing a divergence, but ultimately this shows you there's a big opportunity right now for us on the horizon. So that is, of course, ultimately very exciting. So we can clearly see more and more money is being printed. It's most likely not going to be stopping anytime soon here. And that is why I'm just following this chart here. I mean, it just tells us the exact story about where we're heading towards here. And I mean, for my trade as well in Ethereum, I will remain to have my trade open up to $3,000 because I believe we are about to be seeing a massive move right here. I can already lock in some good profits, but ultimately I think we are still in the beginning of this major rally higher. I mean, we are seeing slight rejections right now here. I mean, clearly we are once again retesting this very important level of resistance for ETH. What I'm looking at is of course this power of 3 pattern, which is right now exactly also retesting that exact lower side of the range right here. So ultimately, once again, it's a calm before the storm. We are literally retesting this previous high in the market. So yeah, things are not looking so bad in my opinion. And of course, we're just in the middle of this accumulation zone for altcoins. And yeah, if you're looking at the 12-hour time frame, we created that fake out on the top side, we created that fake out on the lower side, and yeah, you can see it. We did this pattern, we create this pattern many times before also for Bitcoin. It's one of the most obvious patterns to be trading, and ultimately it's probably going to be sending us all the way towards the upside. And I mean, for my trade, I discussed it already a couple times here. I've got my first take profit target on the top side of the region, which is approximately 2660, and then my next take profit is $3,000 US, which is going to be above the previous range high here. But yeah, ultimately, I do believe Ethereum is going to be hitting that level. I am betting very, very heavily on that right now here. So yeah, super excited. I mean, Ethereum is at the same time also creating a golden cross for the first time since December 2024, which is a very long time ago, of course. And of course, if we're just looking at active addresses, transaction count, Ethereum is really coiling up here. It's really getting used a lot here, especially the stable coins on Ethereum. That is where I'm very much betting on, right? I am betting on the infrastructure Ethereum has built. And yeah, that is why I'm so convinced for my trade here and will continue to hold this trade open here, because I'm also convinced Bitcoin is going to be running higher towards new all-time highs very shortly. So we are seeing that money creation happening right now here, and we are seeing most of the charts retesting a very important level right here. So yeah, this was it from me in today's update video. Outside of that, not a lot of stuff is happening, but yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys again on a new video tomorrow on the channel. Peace out. Goodbye.